What's up, everyone? This is your host, Ghost, coming to you live in my crappy little first time studio. Uh, uh, First time ever recording anything, so it's going to be terrible, but that's okay. We live and we'll learn. Uh, Today's topic is going to be Montana. Montana has become the first state to ban TikTok. Um, So that was interesting. That happened like last week. Let's see, when did this happen? It got signed into bill May 17th. So the governor of Montana decided to sign that into law May 17th. So that was what, last week? Yeah, last week. Well, I mean, this week, if you want to get technical, it is Sunday, at least my time. Um, but anyways, that's what we're going to discuss today is Montana banning TikTok. Horrible, horrible TikTok. Uh, but first, why don't we just give a little history on this? Just a tiny little history of it all. So this started. Hold on, there we go. Wonderful. So this started back in February. This is coming from the New York Times, so super reliable New York Times. But this came in February of 27. The White House told federal agencies to delete the app from government devices, which I can agree with. I mean, it's everyone's worried that Chinese is gonna infiltrate. Like I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, so let's back up and we'll keep going and just discuss this for right now. So February 27th, White House said, "Hey, you need to delete the app from government devices." Which I mean, first off, why do you have TikTok on a government device anyways? That makes no sense to me. I mean, shouldn't you be doing business? Not having some stupid app. And I know politicians are using it to make cool videos and whatnot, but I don't know. I don't think TikTok should be on any government device. So I mean, I guess I can I can get that at least. But apparently, a lot of countries and governing bodies, as you can see here, they're all really worried about it. So you got Britain, Canada, European Union, France, and New Zealand. They're all very, very scared of TikTok, apparently. And but if anyone remembers, in March the House made a committee and wanted to advance some legislation and that would allow the president to ban TikTok on all devices nationwide. I don't agree with that at all, but we'll get into that here in a little bit. And the 23rd, if anyone remembers, they did a very nice broadcast of the executive of TikTok and asked some confusing questions, some silly questions, some good questions. I don't even remember. I mean, this was, March, so I don't remember. I don't think anyone else remembers. I do remember um, one particular congressman asking if TikTok connected to the Wi-Fi, which obviously it does. It's an app that kind of has to connect to be usable. So it's got, I mean, well, it doesn't have to. You got mobile data and all that stuff. So obviously, it doesn't actually have to be connected to the Wi-Fi, but that's an option. Um, I looked at the video, and you did have some valid questions with that, but at first hearing, does TikTok connect to Wi-Fi? It sounds kind of really ridiculous, but if you actually watch the video of his questions, it was some fairly valid. He was wondering like, well, if it connects to home Wi-Fi, then will it take data from all the home everything that's connected? So for example, say that you have your phone and it's on you have TikTok on your phone, you're using TikTok on your phone, only on your phone, but then you connect to your home Wi-Fi. Well, then would that take data from your other computers that are also connected to your home Wi-Fi, your game system connected to your Wi-Fi, and all that stuff? So I mean, it ended up being an actually valid question, but at the face of it, does TikTok connect to Wi-Fi? Sounds pretty freaking ridiculous. Um, so, anyways, that was in March where they did apparently did a 5-hour testimony. That is exhausting. I can imagine doing 5 hours of a testimony, especially a bunch of politicians. That'd be terrible in my opinion. But so. But I guess the big question is, why are they banning TikTok? Well, it all comes down to China. China, as our beloved President Trump used to say. There's concerns that TikTok and its parent company, ByteDance, is maybe extracting data, sensitive user data, like your location, as in this article, as location, as your location into the Chinese government, and that's not something we really want to happen. Is to have Chinese government with all our data. So that's pretty much generally the reason why everyone's really concerned about TikTok and wanting it to be regulated and everything. And but I don't really. I mean, I can understand the concern and everything, of course. I mean, I'm a very private person, so I wouldn't want my data being taken. But I mean, to be honest, with Facebook and Twitter and everything else, I mean, how much of our data is, all our sensitive user data is really being, taken basically by our own government. I mean, what kind of data is our own government really taking from us? So, I mean, but I guess, but I mean, I think the best solution would be honestly to maybe we just don't download TikTok if you're worried about it. I mean, that seems like the best solution instead of having our government, regulate something that we have our own choice whether we want to download or not. I mean, if you're really concerned about the Chinese government downloading your data, then well, don't have TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I mean, if you're really, really worried about it, then don't download the damn app. So I guess other countries have done it. India apparently has banned it, and they're in middle of 2020. So, I mean, sorry. Like I said, this is my first video, so this is gonna be a really crappy video, but it is what it is. Hopefully, in time, I'll get better. So please forgive me. But anyways, so bans have been happening across the states. November apparently, so November 2022. I'm assuming. Dozens. 2 dozen states have banned TikTok on government-issued devices. Again, I really don't see an issue with that. I mean, why should you have? I mean, if the concern is the whole data being stolen from the app via the app, then of course you shouldn't have it on government device. I mean, I don't understand why you would even want it. I mean, a government issue device is for work purposes. Do you have TikTok? And I've seen various congressmen, senators, like AOC dancing on TikTok and stuff like that. So, I mean, I get it, but it just seems weird that you would use your business device and download TikTok on it. And apparently, many colleges have done it the same as well. And then look, here it is. Hey, look. Montana legislators approved a bill in April to block TikTok in the state. So, let's see. Yeah, it's already been banned in government devices using the Army, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, and Coast Guard. So the military makes a lot of. Well, apparently not the Navy. Well, that's weird. Why didn't the Navy ban TikTok? I guess TikTok's really important to them. I mean, they are on a boat with a bunch of dudes and whatnot. So, there's only so much you can do. okay, well, it's not all dudes anymore. You got some females on there, but still, you're on a boat. You only got a finite amount of spaces, so I guess you got to have some entertainment. So I guess the Navy's like, no, we definitely want it. Apparently. Let's see. Anything more interesting? No, that doesn't seem much more anything. So this is just a bunch of other hooey. So there's that. And then let's get into what we all came to want to watch, and that is Montana, the great country of Montana. Montana, that has brought us the great show Yellowstone, or 1923, or 1883. Montana. So Montana has become the very first state that has prohibited TikTok on not just government devices. It's banned out of the state entirely. Like, you can't use it in the state, apparently. And the governor, I'm not even going to pronounce his name, Gianforte. I have no idea. I can't pronounce his name, but the governor of Montana said that the Chinese Communist Party using TikTok to spy on Americans and violate their privacy, which, okay, cool. Yeah, I get it. We definitely don't want that. A little bit worried, but I mean, I'm kind of more worried about what our own government is using to spy on us, because if you think the Chinese Communist Party spy on you, I can guarantee that the U.S. government spy on you even more because you live in their country. So, but I get it. The enemy, Chinese or whatever, we want to make sure that it. But so the Senate bill is Bill 419, and like I said, it bans TikTok and prohibits mobile application stores from offering TikTok within the state. So if you're in the state of Montana, you can't have TikTok, apparently. Oh, look at that. Apparently, last month he proposed an amendment to the bill to expand the ban to all social media applications that collect and provide user personal information or data to a foreign adversary. Well, that's interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if that's all of them, honestly. I mean, what do we really know? I mean, every time I type in something in Google or YouTube or whatever, no, actually, every time I type something in Google, I swear to God, I get like 1,000 fucking ads of whatever I was searching for, or if my friends send me something, and I get 1,000 goddamn ads, either on Google or YouTube. So I mean, what? Anyways, so yeah, like I said, that's what they've done, is the first state to, ban TikTok. They're very concerned about it. So there's that. And again, I apologize. Obviously, this is probably going to be a very crappy video, but that is okay. I got to get my start somewhere, somehow. I'm sure in the future I will do a lot better. Fingers crossed. Anyways, we will see. Let's see Okay, this is CBS, and again discussing the banning of TikTok in Montana. Oh, something I didn't mention, which obviously shows, is it's not an immediate effect. Okay, so if people still have time, it's obviously it's going to face some legal challenges, as it says right fucking here. But obviously it's going to face some legal challenges for the First Amendment and everything like that. But the bill doesn't take effect, or the law, I apologize, the law doesn't take effect until January 2024. So, you got a little bit of time. But yeah, the ACLU is already up in arms, talking about infringing on First Amendment rights, which, I can agree with. I really don't think that the government should be banning, any state or federal should be banning anyone from using an app if they choose to. If people are concerned about TikTok stealing their personal data or whatever, then they shouldn't use it. I mean, everyone should be a grown up and be able to decide, yeah, I want this, or no, I don't want this, and whether they want to download it or not. I mean, I think this is a gross overstep of government, even a state government, of banning a app from that any adult can freely download as they want. I mean, I just don't think they should do it. I think it's wrong. A lot of people probably think the same way too. Although I'm sure they just really want to keep their their videos of hot chicks in yoga pants or something like that. So, oh god, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, people. But anyways, yeah. So there, obviously there's going to be a concern about the a trampling of infringement of the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Of course, the same people aren't going to be concerned about infringing on the Second Amendment or anything like that. But hey, it is what it is. I can agree with them on this. I don't think, again, like I said 100 times. The governor, or let me share this for you. The governor tweeted is to protect Montanans' personal and private data from the Chinese Communist Party. I have banned TikTok in Montana. Okay. Well, I mean, whatever, I guess. Well, here's interesting. Obviously, when they put in law, there's got to be penalties. I mean, if you break the law, you got to have, some, hey, this is what happens if you break the law. So, of course. So apparently, the penalties will obviously be enforced by Montana's Department of Justice. And what's violation of the law is liable to pay $10,000 per violation, and also liable for an additional $10,000 each day the violation continues. That is ridiculous. It's extremely ridiculous. If like I keep saying, it's like if someone else wants to download this damn app and use it and everything, then it's your own business. I mean, it's their own damn business. Okay, yeah. I just it's kind of ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. $10,000 for using a damn app, like that's just freaking ridiculous. See, I'm sorry, I'm just reading this over. I didn't really read this article. Okay, so nothing very interesting. But yeah, so I mean, come on, seriously, $10,000 to ban it with bloody hell, $10,000 banning an app that is for using an app that you banned. That's just ridiculous. That's really ridiculous. I think that we can all agree that's just highly ridiculous. But I mean, think of all the other ridiculous stuff that the government does for punishment, like if they stop you and you have like a decent amount of cash in the car, and they're like, well, we suspect this is for drugs, and we'll confiscate it, and you'll never really get it back. I mean, you can fight for it and try and get it back that way, but in the end, it's going to end up costing you more than what it was actually worth. So I mean, there's a lot of ridiculousness that comes on, but this is just really ridiculous. I mean, come on. That's not, it just makes me laugh, honestly. Oh no, let's ban this little app. It's terrible. But let people be adults and let them decide, hey, I want to not have this, or I want to have it. I just I don't like being treated like a child, especially when I'm a grown up. And it's just ridiculous. Like I said, this whole thing is ridiculous. But yeah, that's the big news I want to talk about. Is Montana banning TikTok. Whew. Man, that horrible app banning the TikTok. it's just really funny to me, I guess. Um, it like the it but anyways, I'm just laughing because it's just really funny to me is all. Um, but I'm sure it's going to get challenged a lot. I'm sure it'll go to appeals and then it'll go to Supreme Court. And I honestly, if it gets struck down, I really wouldn't be surprised. I mean, seriously, it in my opinion, it's a big overstep by the government is to ban TikTok. I mean, even if that what they say is true, it's like, hey, it does steal data and it's giving it to Chinese government. When very well is likely. I don't profess to be an expert in technology or anything, but again, it's someone's own. It should be someone else's choice. It should be every individual person's choice. Just like to carry a gun. I don't think anyone should be forced to carry a gun if they don't want to. I carry a gun all the time. I exercise my Second Amendment right, but I don't believe we should force anyone to carry a gun if they don't want to. Same thing. If someone doesn't want to vote, I don't think we should force someone to vote if they don't want to. I mean, I just some of this stuff is just ridiculous nowadays. Is how the government will just this is I like I said. This is just a giant overstep on the government's part. And I like Montana. I mean, I'm thinking about moving there at some point because I like their gun laws. I like your gun laws. And on this channel we'll talk about guns and stuff like that too. So don't worry. I'll get my gun fetish going, I guess. So, but anyways, I mean, this is a relatively short video, but again, it is my first video. So hopefully I can ramp it up, be able to talk more, have a little more interesting subjects to talk about. So thank you. And if you like the video, obviously press the like button. And if enjoy my content, want to see more of me, please subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day, man.